Vanakkam Chennai. Welcome to Chennai Poll Canvas. Today we dive once again into the high stakes future for Chennai. I'm Ramya Kannan and in the studio today with me is Meghna.
Hi.
Yeah, Meghna, so today we'll look at the Virugambakkam constituency.
Yeah.
The Virugambakkam constituency was sort of prized away from a couple of constituencies, including the largest one, which is Virugambakkam. It entered Chennai in about 1977, in the 70s, late 70s. But let's look at its political history. Since it broke away in 2011 and became a constituency by itself, we first had in that year, we had the DMDK's Parthasarathi. He won the seat and subsequently it went to the AIA DMK. Okay. And the next election was won by Prabhakar Raja, who is the sitting MLA and he belongs to the DMK.
Correct.
So I believe he is contesting again this year.
Yes, this time we have the sitting MLA Prabhakar Raja. We also have AIDMK's Virugai V. N. Ravi and NTK Santosh. And from TVK this time we have R. Sabrinathan, who is said to be the son of a long-term associate of Vijay.
Yeah, that's interesting we always, put forth the four-cornered battle. Correct. But I think in effect it will still be a two-cornered battle as in most cases in Chennai between the DMK and the AIA DMK. Yeah. So that is how this contest is going to go. I am not sure about the impact of TVK. It's the first election for them. Of course, NTK has been contesting many elections now and they have nominated candidates for 234 seats and they have incidentally 50% women candidates. So that is something that I'd like to mention here. Yeah. But Meghna, let's look at what ails the people. I know, candidates are one thing, but people are worried about whether what they want will be reflected by the politicians. So correct. They will probably vote for someone who will do what they want. Right?
Yes, yes.
So what are some of the issues that are, highlighted by the residents?
Just like any other constituency we've seen so far, this time we have the fact that the sewage has been blocked in certain places. So what is happening is that this sewage is now overflowing into the streets and the residents are complaining about that. The second one is also that have haphazard parking and cattle menace.
Yeah, it's also a very dense sort of place, isn't it?
Exactly, a lot of traffic.
Yeah, if you look at, even Vadapalni or Coimbatore and that, that entire Virugambakkam stretch, pin code.
And some of the other asks that residents have put forth is also that the Coimbatore bus station, that now that we have Kellambakkam bus station, a lot of the buses are going there. They want, if the government is thinking to look at remodeling that structure, they'd like it to be a complex that is dedicated for women. Okay. Like hostels and canteens and such like that. The last one probably is we have the Coimbatore vegetable market there, which is where we get a lot of the vegetables that city needs, right? So, but they are still lacking a pipe drinking water facility. So this has put a lot of the traders in some hardship. So these are some of the asks that they want to be resolved in the coming governance.
Right. So incidentally, this Coimbatore market, the fruit, vegetable and flower market is Asia's is largest perishable go down. Yes. So in that sense, I think when we have so much to talk about, we'll also have to address the civic issues in these areas, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Let's go over to the constituency and see what the residents have to tell us about what they want.
Virugambakkam, one of Chennai's fast-growing constituencies, reflects the city's rapid urban expansion, but also the growing pressure on its civic infrastructure. Home to key areas like KK Nagar, Ashok Nagar, Vadapalni, Saligramam and Coimbatore, the constituency combines dense residential pockets with major commercial hubs, including Coimbatore Wholesale Market and one of the city's busiest transport centers. But beneath this development, residents say several everyday challenges continue to persist.
KK Nagar is a well-planned neighbourhood. It consists of 100 feet, 80 feet, 50 feet and 30 feet. Unfortunately, 80% of the roads and streets in our area is encroached. Particularly, even in school zones, no bit of place is left for the school children to walk in the pavement or in the road margin. So So in spite of repeated complaints and court orders, nothing is happening. The result is the children are at the risk and elders are at the risk. Blind and physically challenged have tough time in walking in the road.
Healthcare remains a major concern. The existing government health centre operates only till afternoon, forcing residents to travel to nearby areas for emergencies and deliveries. There is a strong demand to upgrade it into a full-fledged 24-hour hospital. Civic infrastructure gaps are also evident in sewage management. Frequent blockages in underground pipelines often lead to overflow, especially along key stretches connecting Arcot Road and Coimbatore. Residents are now demanding additional pumping stations to address this issue. At Coimbatore, traders point out the lack of basic facilities like piped drinking water for thousands of shops, calling it a decades-old issue that remains unresolved.
கண்ணு வசதி சுகாதாரம் பாத்ரூம் வசதி இல்லை.
Even as infrastructure projects and flood mitigation measures have brought some relief in recent years, residents say more needs to be done, from better road conditions to improved public spaces and maintenance of parks. For residents here, it's not just about growth. It's about better roads, safer streets, and a city that works smoothly every single day.
Yeah, so Meghna, it's quite clear, they are also reflecting what we have been talking about. So we have, I think, a sense of what the people really want, right?
Correct.
So we looked at, congestion and overflow. In this particular area, there is a problem with flooding during the monsoons, isn't it? So residents have also been complaining
Yes,
about
they have
that.
also been complaining about flooding, as we have seen in a lot of part of the cities, and they have that's why the major ask has also been for the drainage facilities, right?
Right.
So it will help with their maintenance of sewage and things like that.
Right.
So
Right.
of course,
Yeah.
Yes.
So now you think we should go over to Sai? Sai is on the field.
Of course.
Yeah, Sai is our reporter on the field, and he will bring us a sense of what is happening and the pulse of the people in this constituency.
Right now, I am standing on Anna Main Road in KK Nagar. In this Anna Main Road, as you can see right behind me, as well as across this stretch, on both sides there are a lot of encroachments. There is no footpath, and it is completely encroached by construction equipments and other vans and large buses. Residents here on Anna Main Road, Kamarajar Salai, and others have pointed out that this area is being used as a parking bay. Despite repeated court orders, the encroachments were not released. They complained. Another important locality in Virugambakkam assembly segment is Chennai Municipal Bus Terminus CMBT. While it appears that the government is likely to convert this locality into a different hotspot, residents of Virugambakkam, which is a nearby locality, demands that this place be converted into an integrated complex for benefit of women. At this Coimbatore Integrated Wholesale Market Complex, one of the Asia's largest perishable goods complex, where fruits, flowers and vegetables are sold on wholesale and retail basis, traders and merchants demand piped drinking water supplied to each and every shop.
Thank you, Sai, for the constituency roundup. Just to throw a spotlight on KK Nagar, which is also part of Virugambakkam, and we've seen other parts of Virugambakkam constituency now. Looking at KK Nagar, like Sai had said, a lot of these construction equipments have been parked on the footpaths. And KK Nagar has a lot of schools, which this has caused for children to walk on the roads now, which is a cause for concern.
So we've seen, as far as we do as a team, at what the political lay of the land is and what the civic issues are. Let's go to an expert in architecture. He's Dr. Srivatsan, who is at CEPT, the institute in Ahmedabad, and he will tell us what should be the concerns of the political parties as far as this constituency goes.
The short-term solution would be essentially to manage on-street parking, which is how do you park on streets, because there is only so much you can provide off-street, that is inside a property. So a robust on-street parking management, which Kumta has already worked out some large-scale proposals, and I'm sure if those are very carefully implemented, we should be able to not fully solve the traffic problem, because it won't be possible to provide 100% on-street parking. So there's only that much space that's available. So disincentivizing private investment in public transport and a better parking management plan, both on street and off street, would be a good way to go forward.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Srivatsan. It's very interesting, and very perceptive, some of the points he makes. And I hope, like not only us as residents or citizens, but also the politicians take notes from what he said today.
Yes, in such a city as ours, I think it's very important that we listen to people like him on what the city needs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So it's now time for our special segment, and let's go. It's time for Chennai Chinnathambi. Chinnathambi, take it away.
Hi, I'm back, and I've got some more masala from the election trail. Let's start in Puducherry, where the campaign clock is ticking down. Senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi was among the big wigs rallying in the Union Territory on Monday. But as we all know, politics is never short of drama. 5 rebel Congress candidates had thrown their hats into the ring against allies DMK and VCK. Now, after a meeting with Mr. Gandhi, there's talk of a patch-up. Will it hold? Coming back to Tamil Nadu, in some last-minute drama on the final day of nominations, Handlooms Minister R. Gandhi, who was denied a DMK ticket, filed his papers after his son withdrew from the race. Believe it or not, a little birdie was puzzled that Mr. Gandhi's name was not there originally. In Tamil Nadu, campaigning is not just serious business, it's also full entertainment. Actor Mansoor Ali Khan, contesting as an independent from Lalgudi, turned heads at Kallakudi market. He was just seen casually munching on vegetables mid-campaign while handing out pamphlets. Healthy politics, I suppose? And in Tiruchi, creativity is clearly in full swing. A cardboard cutout of TVK chief Vijay made a campaign appearance. The party's candidate in Thiruverumbur, Navalpattu S. Vijay, seems to have found a workaround when the real star couldn't make it. Let's just say the heat isn't only from the summer sun. It's now spilling into the film world too. A petition has landed in the Madras High Court asking for the release of the movie TN 2026 to be stalled until after the elections. Allegedly, the film carries political content that could sway voters. Cinema and politics is a combo we know very well in Tamil Nadu. Alright, that's your dose of election gossip for today. But before I sign off, I've got a quick weather update coming up. Temperature is expected to be 34 to 35 degrees with the possibility of isolated showers. Nevertheless, be it elections or weather, we will have to wait and watch. Bye-bye.
That was really interesting. Chinnathambi always gives us some real election tea.
Yeah, with his tongue in his cheek also.
Yes.
So, watch Chennai Poll Canvas. Remember to go out on April 23rd and cast your vote. It's your democratic right and duty. We'll be back with more constituencies right here on Chennai Poll Canvas.